Hello, everyone. Welcome to Learn English with Podcast. I'm Nikki.
And I'm Tony. Hi, everybody.
Today, we have a fun topic for you. We are going to talk about the best songs to learn English.
That's right, Nikki. Listening to music is a great way to improve your English. It's fun and you can learn new words and phrases.
Yes, exactly. Music can help you with your pronunciation, vocabulary, and even understanding grammar. Plus, it's a lot more enjoyable than just reading a textbook.
For sure. So, today, we are going to share some of our favorite songs to learn English. And later, we will have some guests who will share their favorite songs too.
Let's get started. Tony, what is your favorite song to learn English?
That's a tough one, but I think I have to go with Let It Be by the Beatles.
Oh, that's a classic. Why do you think it's a good song to learn English?
Well, first of all, the lyrics are very clear and easy to understand. Paul McCartney sings slowly, so you can hear every word. And the words are simple, like, let it be, whisper words of wisdom, and there will be an answer. It's perfect for beginners.
That's a great choice. And it's such a beautiful song. Do you have any special memories with this song?
Yes, actually. When I was learning English, I used to listen to Let It Be every night before bed. It helped me relax and I felt more confident with my English. Plus, it has a positive message.
That's wonderful, Tony. I think our listeners will love it. Now, it's my turn. My favorite song to learn English is Someone Like You by Adele.
Oh, I love that song. Why do you recommend it?
Well, Adele has a very clear and strong voice, which makes it easy to understand the words. The song tells a story, so you can learn how to use English in real-life situations. And the vocabulary is simple but very expressive. Words like regret, bittersweet, and memory are good to know.
That's a great point, and it's such an emotional song. Do you have any personal experiences with this song?
Yes, I do. When I was studying in England, I used to sing Someone Like You with my friends. It helped me improve my pronunciation, and my friends would correct me if I made mistakes. It was a lot of fun and very helpful.
That sounds amazing, Nikki. I think our listeners will enjoy singing along to Adele too. So, to recap, our favorite songs to learn English are Let It Be by the Beatles and Someone Like You by Adele.
Yes, and remember everyone, you can find the lyrics online and sing along. It's a great way to practice your English.
Absolutely. And now it's time to hear from our first guest. We're excited to have them with us today. Let's welcome Emma.
Hi, Emma. Thank you for joining us. Could you please tell us your name and a little bit about yourself?
Hi, Nikki and Tony. My name is Emma. I'm from Spain and I have been learning English for about 2 years now.
That's great, Emma. So, what song do you recommend for learning English?
I recommend the song Perfect by Ed Sheeran.
Oh, that's a lovely song. Why do you think Perfect is good for learning English?
Well, Ed Sheeran sings very clearly, so it's easy to understand the lyrics. The song is about love, and it has simple words and phrases that are useful in everyday conversations. For example, dancing in the dark, barefoot on the grass, and whispered underneath my breath.
Those are beautiful phrases. And the song tells a story, which is great for learning how to use English in context. Do you have any personal stories or experiences with this song, Emma?
Yes. When I first started learning English, I wanted to surprise my boyfriend. I learned the lyrics of Perfect and sang it to him on his birthday. It was a wonderful moment, and he was very happy. It also helped me improve my pronunciation and confidence in speaking English.
That's a fantastic story, Emma. Music really can bring people together and make learning a new language more enjoyable. How did you feel while learning and singing the song?
At first, I was a bit nervous because I wasn't sure if I was pronouncing the words correctly. But as I practiced, I felt more comfortable and started to enjoy the process. Singing along with Ed Sheeran made me feel more connected to the language.
That's wonderful to hear. Did you use any specific techniques while learning the song, like reading the lyrics or repeating after Ed Sheeran?
Yes, I printed the lyrics and read them while listening to the song. I also repeated each line several times until I felt confident. Sometimes, I would sing along with Ed Sheeran, and other times I would sing by myself to see if I remembered the words correctly.
Those are great tips, Emma. Reading the lyrics and repeating them can really help with memorization and understanding. What advice would you give to our listeners who are also trying to learn English through music?
I would say, choose a song that you love and don't be afraid to make mistakes. Practice singing along and try to understand the meaning of the lyrics. It's okay if you don't get everything right the first time. The most important thing is to enjoy the process and have fun.
Excellent advice, Emma. Thank you so much for sharing your story and your song recommendation with us.
Yes, thank you, Emma. We're sure our listeners will love learning English with Perfect by Ed Sheeran.
Thank you for having me. It was great to be here.
It was a pleasure, Emma. Take care.
Bye.
So, Nikki, what do you think about Emma's recommendation?
I think it's a fantastic choice. Perfect by Ed Sheeran is not only a beautiful song, but it's also great for learning English. The clear pronunciation and relatable lyrics make it ideal for beginners.
I agree. And I love Emma's story about surprising her boyfriend. It shows how music can make learning a new language special and meaningful.
Absolutely. And it's a reminder that learning English can be a fun and enjoyable journey. So, to our listeners, try singing along to Perfect and see how much your English improves.
Yes, it looks perfect tonight. Now it's time to hear from our second guest. We're excited to have them with us today. Let's welcome David.
Hi, David. Thank you for joining us. Could you please tell us your name and a little bit about yourself?
Hi, Nikki and Tony. My name is David. I'm from Brazil, and I've been learning English for about 3 years now.
That's great, David. So, what song do you recommend for learning English?
I recommend the song Hello by Lionel Richie.
Oh, that's a classic. Why do you think Hello is good for learning English?
Well, Lionel Richie sings very clearly and slowly, so it's easy to understand the words. The lyrics are simple and repetitive, which helps with memorization. Phrases like, hello, is it me you're looking for, and I can see it in your eyes are great for practicing basic conversational English.
Those are great points. And the song is very emotional, which makes it engaging to listen to and sing along with. Do you have any personal stories or experiences with this song, David?
Yes, actually, I used to listen to Hello when I was feeling homesick. The song's emotional tone helped me connect with the lyrics and practice my English in a more meaningful way. It was comforting and educational at the same time.
That's a powerful story, David. Music can definitely help us through tough times and make learning a new language more personal. How did you practice with the song?
I would listen to the song multiple times, first just to enjoy it, and then to focus on the lyrics. I wrote down the words and translated them into Portuguese to better understand their meaning. Then I would sing along with Lionel Richie, trying to match his pronunciation and intonation.
That's a great technique, David. Translating the lyrics can really help with understanding the context and meaning of the words. Did you find any particular words or phrases challenging?
Yes, some of the expressions were new to me, like, I long to see the sunlight in your hair. The word long, used in that way, was unfamiliar, but it was interesting to learn how it can express a strong desire or wish.
That's a good example. Learning new expressions can be challenging but very rewarding. What advice would you give to our listeners who are learning English through music?
I would say choose songs that you enjoy and that have clear lyrics. Don't rush the process. Take your time to understand the words and their meanings. And don't be afraid to sing out loud, even if you make mistakes. It's all part of learning.
Excellent advice, David. Thank you so much for sharing your story and your song recommendation with us.
Yes, thank you, David. We're sure our listeners will find Hello by Lionel Richie a wonderful song to learn English with.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure to be here.
It was great having you, David. Take care.
Bye.
So, Nikki, what do you think about David's recommendation?
I think it's a fantastic choice. Hello by Lionel Richie is not only a beautiful and emotional song, but it's also perfect for learning English because of its clear and slow lyrics.
I agree. And I love how David used the song to help him through homesickness. It shows how music can be both a tool for learning and a source of comfort.
Absolutely. And it's a reminder that learning English can be a deeply personal and enjoyable experience. So, to our listeners, try singing along to Hello and see how much your English improves.
Yes, give it a try. And now, it's time to hear from our third guest. We're excited to have them with us today. Let's welcome Anna.
Hi, Anna. Thank you for joining us. Could you please tell us your name and a little bit about yourself?
Hi, my name is Anna. I'm from Italy, and I've been learning English for about 1 year now.
That's great, Anna. So, what song do you recommend for learning English?
I recommend the song Count on Me by Bruno Mars.
Oh, that's a wonderful song. Why do you think Count on Me is good for learning English?
Bruno Mars sings in a very clear and friendly way, and the lyrics are easy to understand. The song is about friendship and helping each other, which is a nice theme. It has simple and useful phrases like "you can count on me" and "I'll be there."
Those are great phrases for everyday conversation. And the message of the song is very positive and uplifting. Do you have any personal stories or experiences with this song, Anna?
Yes, I listened to Count on Me a lot when I first started learning English. It made me feel happy and motivated. I used to sing it with my classmates during our English lessons. It helped us practice and bond as friends.
That's a fantastic story, Anna. Music can definitely bring people together and make learning more fun. How did you practice with the song?
I listened to it many times and wrote down the lyrics. I would read along while listening and then try to sing without looking at the words. I also watched the music video, which helped me understand the song better.
That's a great technique, Anna. Watching the music video can add more context to the lyrics and make them easier to understand. Did you find any particular words or phrases challenging?
Yes, the phrase count on was new to me. In Italian, we don't have an exact translation, so it took some time to understand that it means to rely on someone.
That's a good example. Learning new phrases can be challenging but very rewarding. What advice would you give to our listeners who are learning English through music?
I would say choose songs that make you feel good and that you enjoy singing. Don't worry about making mistakes. The more you practice, the better you will get. And try to learn the meaning of the words and phrases you don't understand.
Excellent advice, Anna. Thank you so much for sharing your story and your song recommendation with us.
Yes, thank you, Anna. We're sure our listeners will love learning English with Count on Me by Bruno Mars.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure to be here.
It was great having you, Anna. Take care.
Bye.
So, Nikki, what do you think about Anna's recommendation?
I think it's a fantastic choice. Count on Me by Bruno Mars is not only a fun and positive song, but it's also perfect for learning English because of its clear and simple lyrics.
I agree, and I love how Anna used the song to bond with her classmates. It shows how music can make learning English a shared and enjoyable experience.
Absolutely. And it's a reminder that learning English can be both educational and fun. So, to our listeners, try singing along to Count on Me and see how much your English improves.
Yes, count on me. And now, it's time to hear from our fourth guest. We're excited to have them with us today. Let's welcome Sophia.
Hi, Sophia. Thank you for joining us. Could you please tell us your name and a little bit about yourself?
Hi, Nikki and Tony. My name is Sophia. I'm from Argentina.
That's great, Sophia. So, what song do you recommend for learning English?
I recommend the song Firework by Katy Perry.
Oh, that's an energetic and inspiring song. Why do you think Firework is good for learning English?
Katy Perry sings with a lot of emotion and clarity, which makes it easy to understand the words. The song has a lot of positive and motivational phrases like, "You just gotta ignite the light," and "You're a firework." The vocabulary is simple but powerful.
Those are great phrases. And the song's message is very uplifting, which makes it enjoyable to listen to and sing along with. Do you have any personal stories or experiences with this song, Sophia?
Yes. I used to listen to Firework every morning to start my day with energy and positivity. It helped me feel more confident in my English learning journey. I even performed it at my school's talent show, which was a big step for me.
That's a fantastic story, Sophia. Music can definitely boost our confidence and make learning more exciting. How did you practice with the song?
I listened to it many times and memorized the lyrics. I would sing along with Katy Perry and then try to sing it on my own. I also looked up the meanings of any words or phrases I didn't understand, which helped me expand my vocabulary.
That's a great approach, Sophia. Understanding the meaning of the lyrics can really help with comprehension and vocabulary building. Did you find any particular words or phrases challenging?
Yes, the phrase, ignite the light, was a bit tricky at first. But once I understood that ignite means to start or light something, it made more sense. It's a very powerful phrase.
That's a good example. Learning new words and phrases can be challenging but very rewarding. What advice would you give to our listeners who are learning English through music?
I would say, choose songs that inspire you and that you enjoy listening to. Don't be afraid to repeat the song many times until you feel comfortable with the lyrics. And always try to understand the meaning behind the words.
Excellent advice, Sophia. Thank you so much for sharing your story and your song recommendation with us.
Yes, thank you, Sophia. We're sure our listeners will find Firework by Katy Perry a wonderful song to learn English with.
Thank you for having me. It was great to be here.
It was great having you, Sophia. Take care.
Bye.
So, Nikki, what do you think about Sophia's recommendation?
I think it's a fantastic choice. Firework by Katy Perry is not only an uplifting and motivating song, but it's also perfect for learning English because of its clear and powerful lyrics.
I agree. And I love how Sophia used the song to boost her confidence and even performed it at her school's talent show. It shows how music can make learning English a dynamic and confidence-building experience.
Absolutely. And it's a reminder that learning English can be both inspiring and fun. So, to our listeners, try singing along to Firework and see how much your English improves.
Yes, you just gotta ignite the light. And now, it's time to hear from our fifth and final guest. We're excited to have them with us today. Let's welcome Sarah.
Hi, Sarah. Thank you for joining us. Could you please tell us your name and a little bit about yourself?
Hi, Nikki and Tony. My name is Sarah. I'm from Spain and I've been learning English for about 2 years now.
That's great, Sarah. So, what song do you recommend for learning English?
I recommend the song Yellow by Coldplay.
Oh, that's a beautiful and iconic song. Why do you think Yellow is good for learning English?
Chris Martin sings very clearly, and the lyrics are simple and easy to follow. The song uses everyday words and phrases like, "Look at the stars and you know I love you so." It's a great song for beginners because it's slow and repetitive.
Those are great points. And the song has a soothing and emotional tone, which makes it enjoyable to listen to and sing along with. Do you have any personal stories or experiences with this song, Sarah?
Yes. I used to listen to Yellow when I was feeling down. The lyrics and melody always made me feel better and more relaxed. Singing it helped me improve my pronunciation and made me feel more confident in my English.
That's a wonderful story, Sarah. Music can definitely lift our spirits and make learning more enjoyable. How did you practice with the song?
I listened to it many times and wrote down the lyrics. I would read along while listening and then try to sing without looking at the words. I also looked up the meanings of any words or phrases I didn't understand, which helped me expand my vocabulary.
That's a great approach, Sarah. Understanding the meaning of the lyrics can really help with comprehension and vocabulary building. Did you find any particular words or phrases challenging?
Not really. The song is quite straightforward. The phrase, "For you, I'd bleed myself dry," was new to me, but it was interesting to learn how it means doing anything for someone you love.
That's a good example. Learning new expressions can be challenging but very rewarding. What advice would you give to our listeners who are learning English through music?
I would say pick songs that you enjoy and that have clear lyrics. Practice singing along and don't be afraid to look up words or phrases you don't understand. The more you listen and practice, the better you will get.
Excellent advice, Sarah. Thank you so much for sharing your story and your song recommendation with us.
Yes, thank you, Sarah. We're sure our listeners will find Yellow by Coldplay a wonderful song to learn English with.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure to be here.
It was great having you, Sarah. Take care.
Bye.
So, Nikki, what do you think about Sarah's recommendation?
I think it's a fantastic choice. Yellow by Coldplay is not only a beautiful and calming song, but it's also perfect for learning English because of its clear and simple lyrics.
I agree, and I love how Sarah used the song to lift her spirits and build her confidence. It shows how music can make learning English a soothing and enjoyable experience.
Absolutely. And it's a reminder that learning English can be both educational and fun. So, to our listeners, try singing along to Yellow and see how much your English improves.
Yes, it was all yellow. And now, let's review some of the words and phrases we learned today. We're going to go over 7 key words that we mentioned throughout today's show. These words and phrases might be new for some of you, so we'll explain them and give examples from the stories our guests shared.
Our first word is ignite. This word means to start or light something. Anna mentioned this word when she talked about the song Firework by Katy Perry. In the song, there's a phrase, ignite the light, which means to start or light up the light inside you.
The second word is uplifting. It means something that makes you feel better or more hopeful. We used this word when we talked about the songs Count on Me by Bruno Mars and Firework by Katy Perry. Both songs have uplifting messages that make listeners feel happy and positive.
The third word is repetitive. This means something that repeats many times. Sarah mentioned that Yellow by Coldplay is a good song for learning English because the lyrics are repetitive. This makes it easier to remember the words and phrases.
Our fourth word is straightforward. This means simple and easy to understand. I think that the song Let It Be by the Beatles is straightforward because the lyrics are clear and not complicated.
The fifth word is phrase. A phrase is a small group of words that work together to have a particular meaning. Many of our guests talked about useful phrases in their recommended songs, like Count on Me from Bruno Mars's song and Let It Be from the Beatles.
The sixth word is soothing. This means something that makes you feel calm and relaxed. Sarah used songs to help them feel better when they were stressed or down. Let It Be and Yellow are soothing songs because of their calm melodies and reassuring lyrics.
And finally, the seventh word is conversational. This describes language that is like everyday speech, informal, and used in regular conversation. Luis mentioned that Shape of You by Ed Sheeran uses conversational language, which is great for learning how people talk in real life.
Let's quickly go over these words again. Ignite, to start or light something.
Uplifting, making you feel better or more hopeful.
Repetitive, something that repeats many times.
Straightforward, simple, and easy to understand.
Phrase, a small group of words with a particular meaning.
Soothing, making you feel calm and relaxed.
Conversational, like everyday speech, informal.
Now let's use each of these words in a sentence, just like our guest did. Ignite. Firework by Katy Perry has the phrase, ignite the light, which means to start or light up the light inside you.
Uplifting. Count on Me by Bruno Mars is an uplifting song that makes listeners feel happy and positive.
Repetitive. Yellow by Coldplay is a good song for learning English because the lyrics are repetitive.
Straightforward. The song Let It Be by the Beatles is straightforward because the lyrics are clear and not complicated.
Phrase. Useful phrases like count on me and let it be can help learners in everyday conversations.
Soothing. Let It Be and Yellow are soothing songs that help people feel calm and relaxed.
Conversational. Shape of You by Ed Sheeran uses conversational language, which is great for learning how people talk in real life.
We hope this vocabulary review helps you understand and remember these words better. Try to use them in your own sentences and conversations.
And remember, the more you practice, the better you'll get. We've had such a wonderful time exploring the best songs to learn English today.
Absolutely. Music is such a fantastic tool for language learning, and we hope our discussion has inspired you to incorporate songs into your English practice.
Before we wrap up, we want to encourage all our listeners to put what they've learned into action. Take the songs we've talked about today and sing along, practice your pronunciation, and have fun with it.
And don't forget to explore other songs as well. There's a whole world of music out there waiting for you to discover and learn from.
That's right. And if you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to give us a like and subscribe to our podcast for more English learning tips and fun discussions.
And a big thank you to all our guests who shared their stories and song recommendations with us today. We truly appreciate your insights and experiences.
And thank you to all our listeners for tuning in. Remember, you can always reach out to us with any questions or suggestions for future episodes.
That's all for today. Keep practicing, keep singing, and keep learning English with us on Learn English with Podcast.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Until next time, take care.
Bye.